How's it going, everyone? Happy Wednesday. Hump day it is. Cheers to you, my fine adventurers. I tell you, it's been a pretty great week. Honestly. There's so much to be thankful for, and from the bottom of my heart, anyone that's with us right now, thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me. I really appreciate it. So cheers to you. So, let's get right into the game. The last time we left off, we had slaughtered a lot of goblins. We had fought some undead. I believe we went into the catacombs beneath a apothecary shop. We did some reading, and I believe we have some more books that I'm going to give a quick read because I want to keep current on them. I'm going to read every book we come across because the more lore you have, the better equipped to run a campaign setting you are. So let's do this. Load time's taking a little bit longer this time. They just recently did a hot fix on this, so let's see where I'm at. All right. I found the Necromancer's Tomb, the Red Wizard of Thay, and his apprentice. That was the place below the apothecary shop. So, last we left off, we had delved into the book a little bit. Unlock that door real quick. I believe we can put our party back together now as... Why are they not moving? Oh, that's how you turn turn-based mode off. Okay. It's weird. I don't really use turn-based mode when we're doing actions. I probably should. It'd make traps a lot easier, I tell you what. I believe we found everything down here and looted every room. We did find the secret entrance out. That's pretty good, so we can make our way out. Real quick, let's go to inventory. I know I had some books in here. I believe we had the Paladin's Oathbreakers. So I moved them to the bottom of my list to make sure that I would read them. So we'll start with Fringe Philosophy. Alright. The publisher's note claims this volume promotes magical theory too radical for the mainstream. This excerpt is attributed to High Artificer Thurana Bryn of Baldur's Gate. I suppose they seek to silence me, believing that an artificer of the High House would not stoop to publish in any volume outside of the great Gondian journals they so diligently guard. But they forget that I am not so grand. Before I lent my name and my knowledge to the High House of Wonders, and all the marvels therein, I was not but a lazy farm girl who liked to look up. And that was how I first saw them, the slow and serene earth motes, entire mountains migrating through the sky above. It was later I learned of their origins, of the ancient Netherese empire that fashioned them, of the residual magic so potent it sustained them still. The wizards of Nethril carved marvels out of the mundane, lifted the earth aloft for industry, for sport. Sorry, I'm stumbling a little bit. Alright, let's try this again. It was later still, after I earned my place at the high house, that I learned of the long shadow Nethril cast along the evolution of our craft. That their great flying cities fell in folly and flames does not diminish the wonders they wrought, and this stubborn aversion to studying them, to learning what they learned, is the very antithesis of Gon's teachings. Yes, many of the catastrophes inflicted upon the centuries were fruit born of meddling with Netherese seed. Yes, their last shining bastion fell into shadow, their lore twisted to Shar's dark and destructive designs. And yes, I say again, where the High House will sanction it, whether the High House will sanction it or no, to study the very flame of creation is worth it, even should the fires consume us. Wow. Little insight to Gond. God is the god of artifice. So if you're playing a cleric in Forgotten Realms, he is a great god to take the Forge domain. I wish that would send me back to my bag. Let's read The Evil Eye. Sorry. While the number of trinkets and bargains a hag personally acquires means that her powers will be unique compared to that of her sisters. Hags as a whole can be divided into 3 subcategories. Night hags, named as such for their ability to haunt a mortal's dreams, slowly devouring vital essence upon the victim's soul, can be trapped into the hag's soul bag. They are known for being petty and selfish braggarts. Sea hags, known for devouring their victims whole, sea hags can terrorize and kill with a single look. They reek of fish and are incapable of making a proper cup of tea. Green hags, they are beautiful. They are powerful. Speak not a word against them. No page, turn on that. I get the feeling that's written from a green hag's point of view. Some of these books, they really lean into their authors. Alright. Ooh, this is a long one. This book is comprised of several chapters, one for each cited source. It claims to contain first-hand transcriptions, the oral histories of several storytellers throughout the realm. Chapter 7. Valemore, the Outcast, 52 years of age, human paladin, Oathbreaker. Given Valemore's reputation in Athkatla, the city she once called home, I met the former knight officer of the noble and exclusive Order of the Radiant Heart with no small amount of trepidation. She lived as an outcast for some years now, and the rumors of her character quite preceded her. I spoke to one of the prelates of the order, who described her as a dreadful, sadistic traitor, warning me that to find her would be suicide. That she would kill me before I could speak a single word. He was wrong. When I finally tracked her down, we spoke for hours, and I left her blessing to share her story. With her blessing to share her story. I will not disclose our meeting place, as the order punishes those who violate their vows with beheading. Of course, I regret it, Breaking an oath isn't going back on your word. It's not an ethical quandary. It retches out a part of your soul. Before, I could call on angels to fight alongside me. I could banish fiends back to the hells and demons to the abyss. All with a thought and a prayer. I lost my voice. I speak, but this isn't my voice. It's an echo, a whisper. Tell them this. Most days, I wish I'd died rather than breaking my oath. But I'd never take back what I did, what I refused to do. Damn the order. Service became dogma. Obedience was a virtue. To question was a sin. Justice and duty are uncomfortable bedfellows, and eventually they make bastards of us all. Oh, I like that. I really like that. So, I know I've mentioned it before. There was a priest named Catterley from the Clare Quintet, a series of books written by R.A. Salvatore. And in these books, he was a follower of Denier. And throughout the series, he constantly questions his order. And eventually, because he questioned his order, he didn't break his oaths. He didn't break anything that would take his gift of the divine away. It actually made him stronger, because the more you look into what is the right thing for your God, in that sense, often brings you closer. So the Radiant Dawn, I'm not quite sure who they would follow. I would actually, I'd want to find more on them to find out who their patron is. And also, I guess now, paladins don't necessarily have to follow gods in 5th edition. And they often rather follow tenets. So this being more like a knightly vow, you have to wonder if there's certain things that the Order of the Radiant Dawn made her do. So, you would think with a name like that they'd be right and just. But in 5th edition D&D, the more we go on, the more we move away from alignments. So even the most virtuous, and I'm going to quotations, virtuous paladin could do, they could see all their actions as the right course, even at the cost of innocent people, because they're following their code to the letter. So it makes you wonder what would actually make her fully abandon their vow, or her oath. I don't believe I have any other books that I haven't read already. The Daring Duergar and A is for Zuth and the Other Gods. We'll save those. We're going to keep those down there. We'll come back to them. I got a whole chicken in my bag. The plucked neck hangs floppily to one side. Its dead eyes ever so slightly open. That's... Wow. Tarnished amulet. This locket opens to reveal an intricate illustration of a stone tower. The words Elturel, strength and unity, are inscribed across the top. Oh, okay. That's a reference to, once again, Elturel, a city outside Baldur's Gate. I just realized I have no gold. I must have spent it all. Okay, let's go. So the last time we were in here, we actually got a really awesome headband. And the headband gave us, I believe it made Gale's intel an 18. Anyone who wears its intel is an 18. Yeah. So, what was Gale's intel before we did that? Take it off real quick. A 16. So he got a +1 base. What was... Okay, so he'd get a +3 bonus with his spells from that crown if we put it on him. We are going to equip it to Gale, though. At least until we level up and maybe get him a bonus in intel or a feat. So, we wandered around here. Zoru. So we can continue north. Ooh. The goblins are over there. Looks like I can continue south. You know how we're going to settle this? We're going to roll a die 6. So, 1 to 3, or 1 to 2 is north, 2 to 3, or, wow, I can't even think right now. Alright, 1 to 2 is north, 3 to 4 is west, and then 5 to 6 is south. We are going north. It's always handy to have dice right next to you. Cheers. Alright. So we're going north. And I'm on Gale. We want to be on dwarf. It looks like I used a few spells there. There's still goblins walking around.
If you want to keep your insides on the inside, don't cause any trouble.
Okay, yeah, I have been this way. I never found the gnome that was... Wait. Oh, I found the gnome. TMA Jesse, if you are watching,
Haven't seen that game in years.
I found the gnome. Tiny specks of blood cover this amulet. They have pooled into engravings on the back, spelling out the name Wolbrin in a grisly brown hue. Okay, we're going to take that and Baracus's log. I'm sorry, buddy. I really didn't mean to throw you. Okay, so your book. We got to stop and read it. Locations of interest: Elfsong Tavern, Blushing Mermaid, Moonhaven Ruins, Underdark, Wolbrin, life likely taken by force. Interview unsavory elements known and unknown. I will find him. Dear blank. Wolbrin's mother. Her name? I write to inquire. I write to inform. I write in relation to flames. 2 flames in the 34.5 by 948. 1.00034445 90. Looks like, almost looks like coordinates. So what were they again? 345, 948. Oh, it doesn't give me coordinates on the big map. Okay, well, maybe we'll eventually find it. But we are now going north.
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Ugh.
Wait, don't interrupt them. Let me do it. They sound disgusting.
What the hell are you doing?
Apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt. You were making a lot of noise. I wanted to join the fun. Back away slowly. Attack the couple. Asterion did mean to interrupt.
Wind.
Whoa!
Smash. Oh, smash you!
Whoa! Oh.
Noticed they had a half ogre in the making.
That was a little much. I really didn't need to see that. Larian, what were you thinking? Okay. We're going to do that. We're going to move over here. We're going to bonus action hide. I don't think I can target either one of them now. Yeah, path interrupted. That's fine. He'll wait till next turn. But she just... Ooh! Wow. Okay. That dude just, like... She just really messed me up. So we're gonna throw... We're gonna throw a second little cure on myself.
Did you?
Oh, only 9? Oh, that's bad. Okay, Gale, you get back. We want you to... Grease. Though it didn't affect either of them. That's great. Let's go to her. She's going to... She's gonna push him. Yeah, now he's down. And she's down because it moved her through that. Dang. 1 second. Turning volume down just a little tad. Okay. Why? 1 second. For some reason, it is not showing my game on the channel. Okay. That was weird. But we're learning. We are learning. Go behind and oh, look at that. Sneak attack. Critical hit sneak attack. Dang. That's the way you do it. And he still gets his offhand. Okay. Whew, that dropped me all the way to 1. Okay. Get that potion. Wonder. Yeah, there we go. Still missed. Dang. 88% chance. Just like D&D, you can have a +10 bonus on a roll, the person have a 12 armor class, you can still miss. It's very low, but it happens. Okay, Gale. You're gonna use Mage Hand.
Very achuva me.
We're gonna get the ogre down first because she is hitting harder than anyone else. We're gonna frighten her too. Yeah. So the frightened condition has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is in sight. The creature is forced to run from the source of its fear. Wow, that is a big effect. Okay, that's pretty good. But I don't think she's gonna get to run because our rogue is behind and she's gonna stab the shit out of her. 10. Miss. Okay, well, she's still up, so she's gonna run, I think, but she's gonna take like 3 attacks. There it is. Ta-da! We're gonna do. Oh, nope, wrong spell. Ray of Frost. And I knocked my girl down again. Jeez. I keep forgetting that Ray of Frost creates that area of effect. So, Larian. Oh, I don't like it. He's possibly going to fall on this ice, too. Nope. Critical hit. 24 damage. Larian knows how to do some damage. Let's throw a short rest, get some hit points back, and talk to Larian.
Well, what did you make of that?
Yeah, it was vile, but funny.
Certainly one to remember, or forget, preferably.
Yeah. Well, might have loot. No. No. What's in here? Skeleton. Mangled corpse. Pork loin. Ooh, a leather helm. Great club. There's a great sword in here too. Oh, there is some decent loot in here. Might not be the best, but it's gold all the same. Okay. Oh, yeah, we'll save real quick. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, yeah. So, welcome. Just wanted to let you know, I found the gnome that got thrown. I got his little locket here. Where'd it go? Right there. Bloody amulet. Now I have to find his family and let them know. Leather helm. I don't think anyone... We'll give it to her. My beard is like flapping in the wind, and there's no wind. Gnome justice. Yeah, it was an accident. I don't know if you saw it. I walked in on Ogre and a Bugbear going at it. They have that in the game. It's a thing. It wasn't a very good thing to watch. But we are heading north. Well, maybe. Looks like there's a bridge out. Might have to find another way around.
Tell me, Lae'zel, when you say we might be purified at your creche, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, no. It's...
The caretaker will have fixed the Zaiths.
Bugbear's on top, she's on the bottom. You walk in and they get all pissy and they attack you. And for a brief moment, she struggles to get up off her back and her belly hangs low. We're gonna try and make this jump, I guess. I don't know if I have the... Ooh, I can make it. So can the rest of my team. Sausages. Is that a hyena? That is a hyena. That is a lot of...
Something tore right through these people. They didn't stand a chance.
The beast reeks of brimstone and offal. Every breath is thick with blood. You hear what comes next before you see it. The sharp snapping of bones and a yelp of pain as her body starts to twist and undulate. Bones snap as the hyena is hollowed from the inside out, forming a vessel for something new.
Yeah, exactly. I'm guessing something from the ship that we were aboard with the mind flayers must have got to the hyenas. I thought it was going to be gnolls. Gnolls are like humanoids that look like hyenas. Think kind of like a were hyena, except they're a normal humanoid race. But this makes me think it's going to be like a squid hyena, so I'm going to smack this thing. Hyena. Aussie accent. Yeah, I don't think I could do an Aussie accent.
Land a swift strike against her skull. She yelps, then goes still.
I love the descriptiveness of the
Whatever
game as you play, though.
horrific creature was growing inside the hyena dies along with her.
Oh. Whoa. I don't know if you can see that. Looks like they are... That looks like a gnoll right there. Maybe they are turning into gnolls. Oh. Dead. Bloated hyena. Yugino's hunger. Bloated with the spoils of slaughter, but still hungry. A gnoll is growing inside the hyena's belly. Okay. Okay. This must be how they actually are born. Learning something new. Maybe this is how they're born in Forgotten Realms. Restrained due to sickness and bloat. Gonna run up. Oh, and it saves against the spell. How's your night going? You staying pretty busy? We're gonna make this pretty easy and just sleep all of them so we can shank them while they're down.
Makte Vertulte!
Get that long jump going. She can't attack now, but... Hello, so. Got a track to watch for a podcast spot for tomorrow, which means I may need to watch Firefly early too. Oh. Now, are we supposed to watch Firefly before the podcast? Or do we watch it on the podcast and talk about it? That is something I forgot to ask. Hello! Not quite sure how to say your name. So, Nossit is how it kind of looks to me. Baldur's Gate 3, I am very much enjoying it as a longtime DM. It's definitely following those rules. And it Oh, I know you see it. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good one. That's that. You played this much? Or have you tried the early access at all, I should say? Well, as you can see, so in this it seems like, never. Rogue class in this, if you go Arcane Trickster, can be pretty powerful. Taking out all these gnolls without even having to fight them. Yeah, I can see that. Since it's not a finished game, a lot of people are reluctant to. I believe you get the full of the full first chapter, but don't quote me on that. And the way the classes have been functioning, it's basically like getting the starter edition, or downloading the starter rules from the WotC site, where you only get 4 classes. The only difference in this one, you actually get Fighter, Rogue, Cleric, Wizard, Warlock, and Ranger. So, oh, and they just released Druid. So they are slowly releasing every class, but the rules are pretty spot on to the actual game. Oh! I did not expect that to blow up and turn into a gnoll. I mean, I knew it was happening, but... You get the... Yep, that... Okay, you're quoting me. So, that... Yeah. Full gnoll. Let's go. We're just gonna run in and smack it. We're gonna try and drop this other gnoll before it turns into...
Eat this!
1 hit point. And there it is. So, exploding gnoll babies. Or, babies explode from gnolls. I feel like she can down this. You never go full gnoll. Oh. Yeah. Okay, well, she missed. Let's go with backstab. So, in this game... Whoa. Okay, there are a few bugs still, as you can see from the floppy elongating gnoll. But every game has those. It's either that or... oh man, that's great. Okay, so bonus action. That's full gnoll. You're right. So the rogue class, as you were asking, I know you see it. They make your sneak attack actually in this a bonus action. Them exploding and them only having 12 HP makes me wonder what real gnolls are like. What the hell is that? Oh. That's that little red dot up there. I don't think they're part of the combat. There's a full gnoll. Full fur. We got the babies down here. We're gonna go that.
Never seen that before.
So much for the miracle of childbirth.
This place reeks of blood. Let's go, before more join us.
One moment. Not what I thought it was. That moment when your boss texts you after work, you think you might be in trouble for something, so. To the good, godly folk of Faerun. We'll take that as per my last letter. Take all. The gate is closed. Alright, looks like we got some reading to do. I should probably spread his load out because he is getting too high load. Throw some weapons over there. Hashtag not now, Bill. Yeah. We'll throw the weapons on Lizelle. That should lighten... Let go of the skull. Should lighten the load on him a little bit. There's a bow. Throw the thief's tools over to the thief. I'm pretty low on potions, actually, too. Okay. To Reldicor, to Bumpo. There it is. The gate is closed. Let's see. Baldur's Gate, a bastion of commerce and culture, rewarded only with corruption and catastrophe. Crime, poverty, taxation, burdens unfairly heaped upon the shoulders of the common citizenry. Thieves and outsiders grow fat on the teat, while native Baldurians starve in the street. Far too long, the Grand Duke and his parliament of peers have left our gate unguarded. If you, like us, stand ready to defend it, then join like-minded individuals for a frank exchange of ideas. Join the Keepers of the Gate. Enough is enough. The gate is closed. Might there be a coup within the city of Baldur's Gate? Deliver the chest to me unopened. Read the first sentence again. Open it, and I will know, because you will be dead. This is not a threat. This is what will happen if you open the chest. NF. Find the missing shipment. Ooh, that actually got me a quest. Jesus. Kind of skim that bottom. For science, I think we should open the chest. Oh, I'm definitely opening the chest. You tell me not to, it's just kind of a thing. So, all right, there was a point So there was a game that I ran at one point, and we were actually down in a dungeon. I was playing a rogue, and my friend Mike was playing a conjurer who specifically conjured dinosaurs, right? And he modeled the character after the old doctor from Jurassic Park. Well, we were down in this dungeon. We found this chest, and there were all these scratches in the ground around it that said, "Do not open, don't do any of this." Well, as the thief, I checked for traps, and I couldn't detect any traps, so I didn't believe it. But everyone was like, "Let's leave it alone, let's leave it alone." I'm like, "It's not trapped. Here, I'll prove it." And I lift the small chest off the ground, and I go to open it, and I look at my DM Will at the time. I turn it towards Mike, and I open the chest, and a prismatic spray comes out. Mike got turned to stone, and the rest of the session was us blipping town to town, looking for a way to unstone him. So, funny fact, some chests are indeed trapped. But let's go back to the stream now. Enough story time. Let's kill. I know there was gnolls up here. Ooh, those things are level 4. Fleshnar. Ginu. Oh, they saw me. Okay, well, we are gonna let them come to us. Rogue. Conjured nachos. You know, if they have that ever-feasting hunger, it might have helped, actually. We're gonna hide. Past turn. Soul offering. I don't know what soul offering is, but that doesn't sound good. Did you hear the gnoll laughter there? Pinned down. Okay. What are their hit points? 18, 20, 18, 18? It's what? 18. Oh, I'm out of second level spell slots. I think if I've only got one first level spell slot left. We're gonna Void Bulb right here. And they decided to never bring you along on adventures again. You became the tavern junkie, telling glorious tales of past adventures. Yeah, no, they never let me open a chest again. Basically, they told me to go stand in a corner after I checked it. If I didn't get loot. Wait, you're telling me we're going full soul gnoll? We are going full soul gnoll. Did that hurt them enough? No, it did not. Okay, so let's go Lizelle. She's gonna action surge because I want to get some Shadow Tactics. I haven't heard of that game. I actually just bought, accidentally, according to what I told my wife, I bought the entire enhanced Baldur's Gate set. So after I do a playthrough of this, I'm probably going to go back and play Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Om, then probably go to Planescape, and probably then afterwards go to the Icewind Dale series. I might do some Divinity Original Sin or anything else. I love tabletop role-playing games, and that's why I'm doing this. Is this game I wanted to see how close it is to actual 5th edition D&D. So, okay. We are going to Move in for 9. And we will... There we go. Okay. 1 down. I think we can handle this now. I don't think they should prove too much of a problem, at least. So, Shadow Tactics. What is it based on Dungeons and Dragons, or is it based on like a different series, like Kingmaker is based on Pathfinder? Is it its own individual thing, like Divinity Original Sin was, or Pillars of Eternity? We are going to bless, get our attacks up. I'm going to run up to here. We are going to range sneak attack. Oh, I have a very bad shot with that. But I got it. Not that I'm aware of it. It is its own thing. Huh. Let me grab a pen real quick, actually. Because, like I said, RPG games, the whole benefit of playing these is it helps you build stories for your future D&D games. Shadow Tactics. Noted. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, we're going to move up here. Going after the wizard. Going after the wizard. Wow. I don't know what that crap was. Not really an RPG, but an interface/combat is similar. Has a good story to it though. Okay. So you basically get a team, or is it just a one crew kind of game? I gotta get rid of this flesh carver, Gnoll flesh gnar. That's a mouthful. Okay, well, we're going after Gnoll, Yaginu. Okay. So that was that. We're gonna throw a healing word, which is one of my last 2 to save Gale. So, the good thing about this game also, even though they don't have all the classes in, I think you will get an NPC with each of the individual classes that will have their own custom storyline as well. The tags on Steam are Stealth, Strategy, Tactical, Ninja, Indie, Action. Depends on the mission. Sometimes you are solo, others you have characters you control. Okay, okay. I can get behind ninjas. Definitely can get behind ninjas. The whimper when you hit the gnoll. Oh, okay. Let's see. It is now you. We'll go behind. We'll switch to dagger. Backstab. Oh, nearly one-shotted him with that. Okay. So these are level 4 gnolls that they're, as you saw, that charge in 3 attacks just ripped Gale apart. We are, I think I'm going to go to camp after this anyways, so we're going to just sleep him. Make this combat a little easier. And yes, they do have the critical hit rule when you roll a unconscious enemy that is unable to defend yourselves. It's an automatic hit and crit. The point of ninjas is they get behind you. Does each of your party members in this game get to be built from scratch? IDM. So, right now, no. You get to build your character from the ground up, race, everything. My first stream had that, and since I'm new to streaming, I actually forgot to turn on my replay. So that one wasn't up, but I believe I'm 7 streams in now. So this, it would be gone by now. But the rest of your party, if they do it like Divinity Original Sin, because that is the system that Larian originally created, they probably will have the option for you to recruit adventurers at like taverns and stuff. As of right now, you do not have that option. You are forced to take the party that is part of the story. So, but there is co-op play. So if you want, technically you get 3 other friends, you hop online on the game together, and each of you creates a character and you run your characters through this massive storyline. Let's miss. Let's crossbow him. Okay. That really hurt. It doesn't look like they have anything. No, I have not yet. I have a huge list of games that I really want to play.
There better be a
And that is actually one of the ones that I've been told about. There's a Facebook group that I'm part of called The Tavern. It's a very welcoming place for all people who play tabletop role-playing games. And that is something that I've been told about before in there, that I should give it a try. So we are going to actually go to camp and end this day. Get some rest, get our spells back, because if there's more gnolls like that in the area, I don't want to be without. So, yeah, you can definitely tell there's more area here to add more NPCs to your camp eventually. I have a lich over here that's the talkative skeleton. So we're gonna go talk to Gale. He has the question mark above his head, or the exclamation mark.
There you are. How did you enjoy my dear stew this evening? It's an old family recipe.
It was delicious. I didn't have any, actually. Should have kept it in the family. Ooh, what do you guys think I should do? Should have kept it in the family. I didn't have any, or it was delicious. I will be getting the extension for this that lets everyone basically vote in chat to force my rolls. So now Gale's kind of cool. He's actually a pretty nice guy compared to the rest of the NPCs so far. You basically have 2 women in the party that are, for the lack of a better term, complete bitches to you. You have to win them over time, but to start out with, they absolutely want nothing to do with you.
Good. I tend to season it with spices from Karator, but given what's available to us, good old rosemary had to see us through. Not that I mean to regale you with my culinary exploits. There's actually something quite different I'd like to discuss.
So, Forgotten Realms, Karatur, they haven't talked about it much in 5th edition D&D, but Karatur is actually the oriental part of Forgotten Realms. It's beyond the Dragon Wall. If you go that way, the first thing you run into is nomadic tribes that are very much like the Mongolians of our present world.
We've been traveling together for a while now, and during those travels, I've been observing you.
I've noticed that my axe
I like
gets in the way of some of the cinematics.
The way you diffuse the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you.
Aww. Enough flattery. Where is this going? Can't say the feeling's mutual. That's very gratifying to hear. I am actually playing pretty much the lawful good character for this playthrough. Eventually, I think the next game that if I run through this again, it'll be probably a speed run, but I'll probably do a druid that's evil.
Now I need you to place your trust in me. Our journey together is bound to last a while still.
Marry him?
As such, I feel
I don't know.
compelled
He's
to
a
speak.
good-looking dude.
I say this because there's something I desperately need. But while I'll tell you what that something is, I won't
He's a
tell you
little
why.
above my height range, though.
I have to ask you to agree to this before carrying on this conversation.
Ooh. So, part of the whole tadpole thing with this, the Mind Flayers put this magical tadpole in your head. It's different. And part of it is I can use wisdom checks, Andy Cooks. That is true. That right there is marriage material. Domesticated. So these tadpoles, I can use my wisdom score to basically telepathically force my way into my party members or even other NPCs' heads and get them to do what I want. With the party, I'm trying to get them to like me, so I'm not using it on them. They open up with trust, I find.
Thank you. I see I did well to trust you. Now, to the matter at hand. You see, I have a condition. A condition different from the tadpole, but just as deadly. The only
Syphilis.
way to appease
No?
said condition is for me to take powerful
Jedi,
magical
gotcha.
artifacts
Yeah,
and
yeah,
absorb
so these-
the weave inside. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, before we were abducted. It is time. And by that, I mean it's imperative that I find and consume powerful strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture.
Forgotten Realms. Mystra is the goddess of magic, right? There is the weave and there is the shadow weave. Shar controls the shadow weave. It's like dark magic. The weave, basically all wizards, all arcane magic, sorcerers, wizards, eldritch knights, and that they pull on this weave to cast their spells. Without the weave, magic is dead. There was a point in Faerun history where the weave was destroyed because Mystra died. A lot of in-depth knowledge about the books. So basically, he has a condition, a network of magical energy, kind of like ley lines for druids. And if he is consuming items to gain strands of the weave, it means potentially that he has been cursed by Mystra. My guess is he has been cut off from the weave and he has to replenish his magical supplies via other means. Generally, to piss off Mystra, you have to do something extremely bad, like tapping into the Shadow Weave. Shadow Weave dark magic, obviously, is granted by Shar. So tell me more of your condition. Where are we supposed to find the kind of artifacts you need? What happens if you don't consume them? So Asterion wants to suck blood and you want to suck magic. What's next? That's actually a good one. Asterion, the rogue, is actually a vampire. You find out that the tadpole has given him immunity to the sun. He is. Well, he's opening up now. Now he's telling the truth. So let's find
That's part
out.
of the why you agreed not to discuss. Wouldn't want to make an oathbreaker out of you. We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. That one right there. I will consume the magic inside. What was a powerful artifact will be rendered no more than a trinket. But it will save my life, even if only temporarily.
Oh, it's only given me one option. It means that the artifact I have is a story item right now. I'll probably have to find something else in game to do it.
Please. Time is of the essence. If you're not willing to part with this artifact, so be it. But I implore you to be on the lookout for another. As luck would have it, Faerun is full of them, though I do feel obliged to point out that items of power tend to be in the hands of the powerful. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna dump you. I can tell you right now, I don't have a care at all for this wild gale chase. Oh, so you're saying I need to risk my life for you? Danger I wouldn't have it any other way.
Good. A bit of boldness will serve us well. I know the allure these artifacts hold. I understand their value and their power. All this to say, I understand the sacrifice I ask of you. I hope I can count on you.
Yeah, he must have done something evil in his... he's either deceiving me to the point that he did something really bad and he's just putting on an act to be a good guy. Or he is trying to redeem himself and come back to the weave, I would guess. Oh, there's so much. So real quick, introduction to your party, if you must know.
Shah's blessings upon you.
This is Shadowheart. He's about to jank you out of the commercial. Yeah. So this is Shadowheart. She is another cleric. I am actually playing a cleric in this run. Clerics are one of my favorite classes. So they're... If you go healing cleric, easy tank. Shadowheart is a trickster cleric devoted to Shar, the lady that I was telling you about that controls the Shadow Weave. She's kind of a bitch at the start. Then there's Gale, your wizard. Asterion is your rogue. He is a elven vampire. Then you have Will.
Salutations.
He is known as the Blade of Frontiers. He is a warlock. Though we don't know...
Living legend in the flesh. Slayer of specters, killer of kobolds. The pride of Baldur's Gate.
That. Though we don't know his... I played a cleric in EQ, EverQuest, I'm assuming, up until the Epic Quest. Then I went Enchanter. I didn't play EverQuest, actually. I was kind of hooked on WoW way back when. And I never really went outside of those kind of MMOs.
So you know the stories. All true, I might add. Won't be long before they're telling new tales. Mind flayers, flying ships, dragon attacks. The legend grows. There's an old saying I just made up. To fell a dragon, you must chop off its head. These goblins are organized. It's no hamhead pulling the strings. We slither through their camp and off their leaders, quick as crickets.
So, I know you see it. If you're liking the content I'm giving, throw me a follow, man. Or girl. They. Not sure what you identify as. Everyone is welcome here. You know, I'm trying to hit affiliate and make my way up. I've only been streaming for 7 days, so... EQ was before WoW. The Cleric Quest was one of the most difficult ever in any MMO. People were known to camp spawns for weeks. Oh, I didn't know EverQuest came out before WoW. That's thank you. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Absolutely, I'm male. Good to know. Highly recommend IDM. Nothing but positivity and quality. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That's high praise. And EQ was like 97, right? Wow. I don't even... 97. I would have been middle school? Yeah. So I didn't really start gaming hardcore until like my high school years, mainly because my parents were kind of restrictive. Funny story. I got into D&D by a lady that was renting out the apartment below my house, and she left all of her D&D books. My mom ended up putting those D&D books in the garage for her when she moved out, and she never came back from her. But my mom was adamant those were the books of the devil. So I kind of come from a religious background with that, and I never really thought that. And so a lot of games were out of my reach. There were dudes at my dad's tech company playing EQ when I was 9. Haha. Yeah. I didn't start gaming until I was high school, and that's because at that point I could get a job. I could actually afford to buy my games, and that's what I did. Is I ended up buying all of my own systems. So Blood Bowl. That's a tabletop role-playing game also, because that is one that I have not heard of, and you can't really see it here, but I only have a small portion of my tabletop role-playing collection. So, oh, I have something here for you then. Right there, Heroes Unlimited, man. I tabletop fantasy football game. Then I got into Necromunda. Okay. Yeah. Tabletop fantasy football game. That that's honestly a new one. I have not heard of that at all. I love how parties and RPGs mirror the found family aspect of a lot of fantasy and sci-fi, as well as how a lot of people get into gaming. Yes. So, you know what? Since we are actually having a conversation, I'm going to conversation mode. Let's get off the game for a second. So yes, tabletop role-playing games are... They have it on Steam, Blood Bowl 2, if you want a taste of what it was like. Again, thank you. I will write that down. I'm going to be broke before the end of the month, I guarantee it. So, the family aspect. There is nothing truer about tabletop role-playing games than that. Because, like, the kids that I started playing D&D with when I was 10 years old, and I secretly did it over at my friends' houses after I'd found those books, we are still friends to this day, and with the pandemic, it's changed a little bit, but we get together every 2 weeks to still play Dungeons and Dragons, or Mutants and Masterminds, or Pathfinder, whatever we want to play. The longest game I've ran was, I ran a campaign for 6 years straight, playing every other week. So, we went from first level all the way up to, I believe I capped it out at 27 because we were using the Epic Levels Handbook from 3.5 Dungeons and Dragons. But, you know, my friends that play in that D&D game are closer to me than my family is. And that is a bond that these type of games instill in people. And it's an amazing thing. And the other huge benefit that I advocate to people all the time is that role-playing games are a safe haven for people with mental health issues. Yeah, thank you. It is a safe haven for people with mental health issues. It really is, because, I mean, you can be so depressed. And as someone who has suffered and still suffers from depression, not nearly as bad, but, you know, you get into a game to be someone else. It takes your mind off of all your problems of the world. And at the end of the session, you walk away with a whole different view on, you know, your day. You can go from having the worst day to coming straight out and having, you know, I just slew a dragon. I am the hero of this story. My friends were with me. You know, hey, my friend just got this artifact. We saved a town. And everyone is happy that I'm here. Well, it's the same way with any tabletop role-playing game, because generally, and I say this generally because there are people out there that are still gatekeep on the society of gaming. And, well, it's wrong. It's wrong. Tabletop role-playing games should be inclusive to everyone. Nobody should be judged. You know, I would rather you be at the table and having fun than trying to be the best player or best DM out there. Man, I can't advocate tabletop role-playing games enough. It is a boon to our society. And honestly, it is something that would better companies if they use them as team building exercises too. So, yeah, that was a lot. So let's switch the stream back now. So I actually feel proud. I'm on my 7th stream now. I'm now using a stream board on my phone to switch between screens instead of clicking on the other things. So I'm excited about this. So let's go back. Roy, DM in our lives right now, guys. We're proud to be here with you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, my real name is Roy. If you ever jump in when I'm doing the introductions, it's funny because my the YouTube moniker for my videos I go with is Gelroy. It is a nod to a cleric that I played in 3.5 from Dragonlance setting, who was a Knight of the Rose. He was Sir Gelroy Manethal.
Yeah, I've tangled with the like before. Thick as planks.
Barry,
Keep smashing.
nice
and
to
they'll
meet
splinter.
you too. Glad you could stop by, and once again, thank you for the follow. Everything helps. And I'm writing that down so I can remember it later, because there are a lot of names that will, you know, eventually pop up. I know you see it. Is Barry. Barry, thank you for coming. Alright, let's see. Your eye is unusual. What happened? Let's see if he shares.
Now, I always save the best stories for my closest friends and my cruelest enemies. Get to be one of those, and I'll spill the whole jug.
Ooh.
You get that, right? Spill the whole jug? I guess I'll toss
He makes
that one
dad
in.
jokes. He got dad jokes, guys. So, his voice, I don't know if you hear it, But he sounds like John Boyega from Star Wars and Pacific Rim. What up, Barry? I'm Jesse. I've never played D&D, but you've enjoyed board games and RPGs, and I see that. I've enjoyed board games and RPGs in the back. Guys, ever tried Cloudspire? No. And you guys are schooling me on games, and I thought I played a lot.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface.
I guess that's what
It
happens when
resembles
you...
a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
I guess that's what happens when you spend most of your time and you split it up amongst so many. If you split your hobbies up so vastly, like I read tons of comics, I try and fit in all kinds of cinema, music, it's games, card games. I play Magic the Gathering. You know, I write consistently. Now I'm starting a YouTube channel where I'm going to be making conversions to 5e. So you don't have a lot of time. I tell you what, time is a gift. Keep it. Keep it and do the things you love right now. Is your eye a sending stone?
A what now? Goodness, but it's just a bit of rock. Nothing so special, I assure you.
Oh, so it is a fake eye.
His breathing quickens. His jaw tenses.
I collected.
This
You know,
legend
that's funny.
is keeping
I had a
something
bunch of
from you.
pogs that were passed down from my older brother. And I never
yes.
quite knew how to play the game. I collected them because the pogs often had like cool things, like wrestling on it, comic book pogs. You could find pretty much anything.
I reckon I could mutter and mope about till the brain bug takes me. But the truth is, I
I have
feel
a friend
fine.
who plays so many different board games I can't keep track.
Better than
Cloudspire
fine.
was presented to me
And
as
I've
a
no
potential
plans to stop
gateway
fighting the
drug.
good fight.
I love it, but I'm a new dad, and it takes many hours. I think my cousin had pogs, but I was too reckless to have them. The slammers were the value. The slammers, now those were like the, I don't want to say like lead, but they were like metal, probably what, 3/8 thick pogs, roughly the same size, and you'd slap those down on the little cardboard ones to get them to flip over. Gloomhaven. I have heard of Gloomhaven. This past weekend, I went and visited some friends that I haven't seen in a few years. And that was one of the board games they had in their closet, and they had hundreds of board games in their closet. I was vastly shocked. I will be rolling the DM chair and running a one-shot game for them coming up in a few weeks. Gloomhaven is a name I've heard many times. Then he said the names of family members. It has a version on Steam. So is it an online game on Steam? All right, real quick.
Chatter
Last party
already,
member.
Tusky.
Yankee Fighter is Lizelle. Chatter already. Test guy. Yeah, same thing. Like I said, can come across really bad. Alright, we are going to go to bed. It is awesome that they show... Yes, you can... You can, yes, and you can co-op with friends online too. Cool. I will probably have the people that I am DMing for in a couple weeks. I'll have to have them teach me. Maybe I'll get it on here and I'll invite people to stream with me and I'll start playing with the community. So those the other people that I'm gonna DM for, they are also streamers too. It's only like $20. That's almost too good to pass up. Gloomhaven. They're streamers also, and when this gets full released, I am planning on streaming with them and doing full party run through this, and potentially even role playing our characters. So, and as you can see down here, it tells you your spell slots, that you have channel divinity, all that kind of stuff. Compared to the tabletop, which is over $100. You know that board games are getting more and more expensive. I tell you what, there is a board game. I don't know if you've ever played Talisman. Me and the guys that I've been gaming with since I was 10. We get together once a year. We play Talisman. And we use every expansion they have, and the game easily takes us 10 hours to play. So, and I know there's other board games out there that could take longer. Risk was pretty awful.
Hold up! One more step and I'll put a bolt through your eye! No sudden movements or you're dead.
Now, is the volume
You looking
good
for
for you
me?
guys? I've only had a few people jump into the chat at any given time. I don't want the audio from the game blowing you away if it's too loud. So, if it is, feel free to tell me. Yeah. I saw Talisman on there, but that's really a game you have to play in person. If you've gotten used to the tabletop version.
Hurt or not,
Awesome.
I won't miss. Lung, heart, arse, or eye. Take your pick. Tell me what you're doing here. Now.
I just want to know what's going on here, I swear. I have persuasion, so you also get to roll your skills in this. So athletics, they go down the list: persuasion, athletics, intimidation, perception checks, intelligence, your knowledge skills. I barely succeeded that one.
All right. Maybe the blood loss is making me soft, but I'm going to trust you. For now, I'm in a tight spot. I might not be able to get out of it alone. All right. Come on over here. But fair warning, you might find this hard to believe. I'm a fugitive. I escaped the Hells, and the bastards who were holding me there were trying to take me back.
Escape the Hells. Okay. So I wonder, again, beginning of this, there was a part where the Githyanki and the Mind Flayers were battling in the skies. Dragons were chasing the Nautiloid that you were abducted in. They ended up going through the Hells at one point. You end up fighting Quasits and some other devils. So I'm wondering if maybe she was abducted. But generally it tells you right away if they have a tadpole. You were in Hell, so was I not so long ago.
You're serious?
As she winces, agony shoots through you. as if your bodies shared the same womb. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you
She
tear
has a
through a
tadpole.
landscape of fire and blood. The Blood War.
I've
You
noticed
saw
the
it
people
from
that you
above
come
as the
across that have
Nautiloid passed
tadpoles,
through Avernus.
I'm
This
fairly
one
certain they're going to
was
join
on
your
the
parties.
front line.
Stoker! What was that? You were inside my head.
Now, since the game right now only lets you have these couple party members, if she's good with the crossbow, I might put her as a ranger, you know, if they end up making her in.
Hold on a minute. You were on that ship. With the tentacles.
Sometimes the story
and
can
the
be pretty
worms.
easy to see
I didn't
through.
think anyone else had survived.
But the writing is really good. Let's see. I didn't see you aboard. Where were you? Not many did. You must have gotten clear of the crash site in a hurry.
I boarded in Avernus.
Holy
That ship
crap!
was my way out.
I even called that.
You're lucky I did. The place would have been crawling with cultists if I'd stuck around. And they'd have dragged us all back to Avernus.
What makes you so special to them?
I was a prisoner, forced to fight in the Blood War. The eternal battle between bad and worse. Most souls in Avernus are just meat for the grinder, but not me. I held my own. More than. Turns out that
Hey,
I've got a knack
thank
for
you
killing
for the
demons.
follow. I appreciate
And I
that.
enjoy it. And that made me a valuable asset.
And a
Devils don't like
host.
to lose their assets.
Thank you. So when she says the Blood War, a battle between bad and worse, the Blood War is basically the battle between law and chaos, right? Well, it's the war in the hells, so it's chaotic evil versus lawful evil. So it's devils versus demons. And the devils only fight the war because they don't want chaos spreading onto the prime material plane. And when I say prime material plane, Faerun in this context is basically Earth. And then you have the other planes of existence that are coaxial to it. You know, the fire plane, the water plane, elemental plane of water, elemental plane of fire. Then there's like the Shadow Realm, the Feywilds. There is so many different places you can play in, and it makes it great. Hard to believe you're a demon slayer when you can't deal with a few cultists. That seems pretty harsh. So you want me to kill the people hunting you? Why don't you just run? Judging by the wound, I'm guessing they've already found you. How can I help?
Yeah, not far from here. Gang of cultists
Posted
cornered
me
me in
with
an
one
abandoned
follower.
toll house.
Thank you, thank you,
I
thank
took
you.
out a couple, but I need them all dead.
Or one viewer. One viewer, sorry, not follower. I took out a couple, but I need them all dead. I'll look into it. I'm not getting involved. If I do this, what do I get in return? That comes off creepy in games. I tell you what. If I do this, what do I get in return?
Make them scream. I come with you just to see them bleed. But I'm too busy bleeding myself. I'll be here when you're done.
Okay. So, just so you guys know, we are open to everybody, right? So, in these games, I will do playthroughs where my character is gay. I will do, you know, I am in the game for the story. I personally am straight. That's how I identify. There's nothing wrong with that. People are free to choose their own sexuality, their own orientation, their own gender. We love you for who you are. All right? This is a safe place for everyone. So, thank you again for joining me. I really appreciate it, guys. Oh, there's a building there. That just kind of came out of nowhere. Oh, there's a lot of blood up here. Thank you, Jesse. I find there's enough judgment in the world right now anyways. People don't come to, watch or be a part of something to get judged. You come to have fun. And
Whatever killed those gnolls might be nearby.
I hope
Careful.
that, honestly, I can give you guys a fun space to come, to enjoy yourselves. And at the end of the day, if you walk away learning something about DMing or playing a game in general, I've done my job. I want to teach people and, spread knowledge because, imagination is a great thing. The world is a dull place without imagination. As you can see on my stream down below, yeah. Oh man, the first Baldur's Gate game tore my brain open as a kid. It was the first D&D based game I ever played. Games are the place to be free. Mission accomplished idea. Yeah. So, yeah. Ricky, the first Baldur's Gate game, I actually just bought the entire Enhanced Edition set. So, eventually I will make my way back to the first game. I'm going to play it start to finish. And I haven't decided modes yet. Generally, I like playing through the story before I try and do tactical modes. But second edition being the way it was, it's probably already tactical mode. Because everything back then was save or die. Also, if you're watching, I am a pack rat. I will open every box, every chest, every nook and cranny just to make sure that I can get the most gold I can. Because these games often
You won't get
are
any further this way, friend. Road's blocked up ahead.
super expensive.
Rockfall in the ravine. Perfect spot for an ambush.
I got Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on Switch, but it's almost impossible to play handheld. The text is too small to read. Yeah. So, that is definitely a huge issue. I tried playing KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic, on my phone, and same problem. It's there. Yes, your phones can do an amazing amount of work that computers can do now, but
I killed the
it's
biggest,
still
ugliest
just
one
not the
myself.
same as playing
My friends inside took
on
care
a
of the
good old
rest.
desktop or laptop. Okay, so I don't know if these are the cultists. What is that? It's not letting me do that. Let's see. Findings from the Hinterlands, newest edition. Alright, so if you guys haven't been on stream, I love reading the books. They are amazing building tools, especially, like I said, IDM, the Intrepid DM. When I DM games, all the lore you can get helps you build a more articulate and innovative world around you. It helps set the setting for all your players. So reading these, not only do you get the knowledge, but it's literature, really. Esteemed reader, well, this journal is no stranger to surprising news from the outermost reaches of our fair land. I must warn that this season's edition contains news some might find, in a word, shocking. It might be the cult of the Absolute reported by our agents in Elturgard will fade like any other. But reports of alliances between Goblin and Lothsorn Drow, Trolls and Duergar are a particular cause for alarm. The seriousness of the enclosed report is quite unique in our history. Prior to publication, messengers were sent to localities including Baldur's Gate, Scornubel, and Candlekeep. Let us hope that these reports are received with the proper gravity for the safety of all. Sincerely, Mingus Etcherly, Editor-in-Chief. Burlap Sap.
At ease,
Sword
friend.
of Tyr.
The gnolls hit us hard, but this place is still safe. It's under Tyr's protection. Save your praise. The fight was a disaster. We lost 2 men to the gnolls, and they weren't even our target. In truth, we could use some help.
The
Our mission
graphics
is
on this
holy,
game,
but we need to rest.
I'm so happy that they finally got a game like this with graphics like this. I don't know if you've ever played Dragon Age Origins all the way up to Inquisition or the Mass Effect series, but those games, bread and butter to me. I loved them. The ability to have a fully fleshed, immersive game like this. In truth, we could use some help. Our mission is holy. We need to rest. I'm listening. What do you need?
We're paladins of Tyr, sworn to protect those in need. He sent us here to hunt a devil. Kill the fiend for us, and we'll reward you well.
Ooh, maybe these guys are the... I did see the Hunt the Fiends, so that they must be the cultists, or that demon was lying to me. Fiends come in all forms. What am I looking for?
She has the form of a tiefling, with a single horn. But she's an infernal being, straight out of the 9 hells.
You recognize the description. The wounded tiefling you met by the river.
She slaughtered countless refugees. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family. The mother had been pregnant.
Oh. She had 2 horns, didn't she?
And you're lucky to be alive. If you see her again, bring me her head.
I thought so. I wonder if any of these people will talk to me.
If you want to go poking around in the cellar, be my guest. Plug your nose first, though. Corpse, half rotted to mush. Must have been down there a 10-day or more. It was a toll house. By the time we arrived, it was more like a slaughterhouse. There's more monsters than coin moving down this road.
Toll houses mean gold. Seen it.
There's a locked door down the hatch. Doesn't look like anyone's managed to get in. If there's any gold left, that's where it'll be.
She is kind of twitchy. So if he's a paladin, his oath might make him feel like he's above you. In certain regards, they're like knights. They're supposed, not all of them are the same, but there are knights that, you know, their whole goal is hunting down evil, so they believe that, you know, the greater good one person. Sacrifice one to save millions kind of mentality. They would rather do that than try to save everyone. There's another person. Ooh, and she's a traitor. I can get rid of some of this stuff.
Need any supplies? We've less mouths to feed since the gnolls jumped us. 2. Both stalwarts of Tyr, sworn to uphold justice.
So, much like Nordic lore, Tyr in Forgotten Realms, same thing, the one-eyed god of justice. What does she got? Scroll of mirror image, scroll of mage armor. She has potions and a lot of gold. Jewelry, leather boots, choker. Pretty much sell everything. So, alright, the Baldur's Gate games. Helpful tip if you decide to play. A lot of these role-playing games like this, you will find items like this that that you can often find broken parts of artifacts, like Gale was talking about, and you can reforge them if you find all the pieces, and generally they're some of the most powerful items in a game. Take the gold. I don't have a lot of gold right now, so items selling is kind of a huge thing for me. Shovel, rope. And see, like here I have the head of a broken spear. A gawking yellow eye is placed in this broken spearhead. So this is also, if you ever played Divinity Original Sin, this is something they transferred over, is the bartering system.
Hope you can make good use of it.
I don't need the potato. That would be my dog in the background, by the way. His name is Megatron, after Megatron from Transformers. If he was doing that, I'm guessing one of the... We have 2 cats as well. I'm guessing one of the cats tried to get into his food bowl. Hey, boy. I'm good, Papa. Okay, so we're gonna go check this cellar out. Before I do anything else, we are going to give a quick game. Or quick save. Also, my character's name, Intrepidus. To adventure hastily.
That body's so ripe, I'd need to drink the blood with a fork.
Oh, come on. That was just a bad angle. Sorry about that. Let's move to these barrels without clicking the ladder again. I have yet to find a better shield, and it is upsetting me. I really want a better shield, but I'm still only 3rd level at this point. Latin for on brand. You wouldn't be wrong. So, Jesse, not playing D&D. Ricky, have you played D&D? If you are still watching. Toll House Ledger. We're going to have to read that. Just came back. Okay. Have you played D&D before? I know Jesse said that he hasn't. Barry, I believe you said you had? What do you mean I can't? Oh, it's because I'm not over there. Let's pick someone taller. Oil of Sharpness. Wow, that is a good one. When applied to a piercing or slashing weapon, grants a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. That is huge. And some basic poison. Oh, look at that. That's money right there. I accept your challenge. Not bloody likely. Okay, so real quick before we go in there, I feel like this Toll House ledger might have a clue if there's going to be anything in there. A ledger contains details of the Toll House's takings for the current year, 1492 DR. Most entries are neatly written, listing the travelers and the amounts of gold paid, but the text on the most recent page is smudged and rambling. 9 more pennoth, 4 merchants with a single wagon of sundries, -25 gold. 12 Marpennoth. Marpennoth must be the month in Forgotten Realms. It's been so long that since I've actually ran a game there that, you know, I honestly can't remember months. 12 Marpennoth. Flaming Fist Company, 15 fists and a gauntlet. 100 gold fee waived. Fists don't pay tolls, they extort. Flaming Fist, mercenary company out of Baldur's Gate. Exactly what it says. Fists don't pay tolls, they extort. They're not the most well-reputable. I'm staring at a box of Future Risk right now. Future Risk. So what's Future Risk? Is that like modern day Risk? Or is it like sci-fi related, kind of like cyberpunk style? 21 Marpennoth. Brewer and 2 guards bringing kegs to Joaquin's Rest. 35 gold. Yeah, Future Risk is fun, but Lord of the Rings Risk has a superior map and you know it. Some of these books read like metal lyrics. 2 Ukatar. 7 farmers, no gold, no golds wounded, warned us to leave. 3 Ukatar, sent courier to request extra guards or relief. 7 Ukatar. I can see the middle. the metal lyrics here. You're right. 7 Ukatar. More farmers, too many to count. No goods, carrying their own dead. 11 Ukatar. Road untenable. 16 Ukatar. Preparing to abandon post. That means they have worked their way down. So, alright. If you notice the lighting difference also, Githyanki don't have dark vision, so they're solely relying on torches to see. It's Risk with mechs and sci-fi style. Future Risk. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. And then like your rogue and your dwarf, they have dark vision, so they can see better in darkness. Future Risk is set on planet Earth, but after a nuclear apocalypse, so certain borders are shifted. There are land bridges and underwater fortresses you can occupy, and you start off the game nuking 3 territories so they can't be traversed. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Real quick. Lockpicking is impossible. So is there a key? This is kind of the only thing I don't like is you can actively see in other rooms. I wish they kind of kept that hidden until you open the box or the door. Smash the door, natural 20. Well, so I learned earlier that they hide levers in the game, so I'm going to check behind boxes and stuff first. Just to make sure. Because my luck... Oh, not enough strength. Okay, Lizzo, come here. Also the moon. The moon. Smash. You can occupy the freaking moon if you get a space commander. So, tactics wise, the moving, it's probably the light. I think that just turns the torches off. Ugh. Okay. Well, all right. We'll come back to this. Let's go talk to the tiefling down by the river. See what she has to say. There's so many books in this game. When you start the game off, there's not, but as you go, you start finding these abandoned huts and stuff. And there are a lot. Yeah. Also, if you don't move the monkey at the right time, Baldur starts falling, you have to outrun it. Oh.
Did you get the bastards?
No,
Take
not
your
yet.
time. It's only my soul on the line.
It makes me think that maybe they started shooting at her because she's Tiefling, but they got the wrong description because they said she only had one horn. So maybe this is a case of persecution. Or there's another one, you're right.
Just another crate.
A pleasurable deal. We're gonna pick that one up. We'll read that later because that one might be smut. Padded armor. Scimitar. Greatsword. The Lords of Madness. Yignu. That is about the gnolls. We'll pick that up. Alright, let's see. Books. I'm going to move all these new books to the bottom. That way I know to read them later. Okay. I'm going to confront him at least about that,
Any sign of the tiefling fiend? She only has one horn, and she looks like she could rip your arms off with her bare hands. Hard to miss. But she's still alive. We need her head. Any sign of the tiefling fiend?
Alright, we're gonna make a choice. I'm gonna believe her.
You damn all of us to save her rotten soul? Curse you!
Oh, yeah. Instant combat. Level 4. Level 4. Level 4. Okay. Well. Go fight, win. We're gonna try and drop this dude within the first round. So we are going to action search. We're gonna do this menacing attack. True strike miss. Yeah, we're gonna do it again. Oh, he succeeded on the saving throw though. Looked like your team all approved your decision. Yeah, that's so I think I made the right choice there. We are going to throw a bless down. That will help with saving throws and also attacks. And we are going to get up on this chick.
Incommodum.
Blur. Where's she going? So, depending on how long this battle takes, I generally wrap up around 10:30. So we will probably finish this battle off, and then we will wrap up for the night. I work pretty early in the morning, so we will take our time. Okay. Do I have a better chance to stab? No. Critical miss. Dang. Cunning action. We're going to dash. I could have gotten behind him with that. Swap to melee. Oh, I forgot about that dude. And he just poisoned his daggers. She's a ranger. And she hits pretty hard. Gale. What, 22, 28. And then that mage disappeared. Oh, Gale's over there. Okay, well, Gale is going to sleep. And going to move up the ladder to get high ground. Then Lizelle, she's going to bonus action to Second Wind, get some hit points back. We're going to take this menacing attack again. Again, he's saving throw. Do that turn. Okay. We are going to hold person on this dude. And yeah, that dude's paralyzed. Don't try it, Anakin. The high ground? Yeah. It's not always a great choice. But in this, so part of the rules in 5th edition is if you get high ground on something, it gives you advantage, which means you get to roll your attacks twice. You die 20, you roll it twice, and then you get to take the higher result. So in this, high ground technically good. So I held mage armor. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She's just, I don't know if that's a bug or if she's like outside on top of the building or something. I think she might be outside. Oh god, I hope she doesn't start firing through the roof or something. So we are going to sneak attack. 84% bonus. That's 14. We're going to bite. Since he is a vampire, he gets a bonus action once per short rest that he does 2d4 damage, and he heals that damage as well. So... points. Okay. He is still paralyzed. Is now Lizelle. Oh, I can't do it to her. Okay. So. Okay. I gotta go through acid to do that, though. There we go. Ooh, and I leveled. Yeah! That's level 4. I got all excited about that. It means I'm actually at level cap now because it's early access only takes you to 4. But the game, I believe, as a whole is supposed to take you to 20 at some point. Man, she is just buffing herself. Okay. Here's where it gets really good. So, she is unconscious, which means she is helpless, which means it is an auto hit, and it is a critical hit as well. So we're going to sneak attack because basically a critical hit in this just doubles all your damage. And I did shit damage. And she's awake. Oh, he made the saving throw. He's no longer paralyzed. What was that? That was Alchemist Fire. That's so bad. Oh, and he bonus one. Yeah, I'm glad I slept and held because that's okay, so I have a 40% chance to just shove him down. Nope. Okay, so he's asleep. Crowd control. Nothing better. Okay. She's down. Gotta go up here. Thank you for the cheers. I don't have anything that's going to do super amounts of damage for him being down. I think we're gonna heal the party though. So healing cleric gets you still get your channel in this, which does healing to your whole group. So another benefit of going cleric. Yeah, she's out on the roof, but she can fire through a freaking window. Of course she can. Cunning action. Dash. And then sneak attack. Okay. Let's go for the bonus action shove. Still no. What else can I do? We are going to sleep out here. Yeah, there's what you do. Now that we granted that, she's gonna make the jump up there. Jump spell. Get the Yankee, get it naturally. For 10 rounds, you triple the distance of your jumps. We are gonna go for the shove. Again, no. So now we will just go for the straight hit. We'll go for the path obstructed 6%. We're gonna go for the shanky shank. Okay. Disengage. Go to... Not enough room. We're gonna stay and try and just shank him with the offhand then. I don't have to worry about the sleep spell currently, so... Don't want to shove my own guy. They're all stacked up, so it's making it kind of hard right now.
Take this!
Okay. We're gonna go out to the roof. We'll dash. Seven points. Try and shove again, because it's free action, so... Oh, and she's awake. That mag missile is gonna hurt. Okay. This is such a bad position. It's making targeting this dude really hard. That is definitely something that will need to be fixed at some point, is ease of targeting, whether it's tab or not. All my people got to come outside now to find this chick. Spell still up? It is. It is still early access. They don't think that the game is actually going to make it out until probably late 2021. I think their original date was supposed to be summer, but I think they're aiming more towards fall. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the follow. I can't say that enough. Thank you. I am well on my way to trying to get affiliate, and every little bit helps. Oh, whoa! that was definitely a critical hit. Let's go bonus action. Nope. Okay. Go up to here. Just gonna... Yeah, see, high ground. Oh, and I got the nat 20 on that. High ground makes it harder to hit also. So, like there, I only had a 16% chance and I nat 20'd that crap. So we are gonna go... Oh, that's why. That's also why her armor class was so high. Is she had mage armor up, and she also had mirror image. Whoa! I get everything that I sold to her back. Yay for me. Plus the arrows and 4 scrolls of Revivify. Thank you. Yeah, I am definitely looking forward to this when it... Oh, and I fell off the roof. There are still kinks that need to be worked out of it for sure. Let's go to Rurik. We're gonna cure wounds.
Take you.
Okay. We're gonna loot real quick here. Get all the treasure from these guys. Only knives on him. I'm sorry, that's such an awkward pose. Face down, ass up. Ooh! Blue sword. That is a rare item. It's a +1 sword, grants tears protection. It's a story item. That's... yeah.
This sword has all kinds of power running through it.
That is a weapon that Gale wants to eat. Of course it is. That's better than what Lizelle has. Alright, so for those of you still watching, thank you for stopping by. I'm wrapping up. Next time we start, I will be streaming again Friday. I stream Wednesdays and Fridays, 8 to 10:30 p.m. I stream games on that. Every other Tuesday, Rarity Tears make my day. Every other Tuesday, I actually run my Dungeons and Dragons game on here for my players. We play between 7 to 9 p.m. if you want to jump in on that. You can see how my group fares. They're in the Underdark right now, so anyone could die at any moment. And then, sorry, need to clear my throat. I also just started hosting the Marvel Canon Madness. It is a podcast out of Denver. It is part of the Twist My Arm network. Jesse and Ricky, I believe, run for it as well. So it is a great network to go into. They talk all kinds of things. Sudden But Inevitable are doing Firefly reviews right now. Yeah, sure. I know you see it. Or Barry. Thank you for stopping by. Go check out that network. Go check out the Tavern. Safe place for everyone to love tabletop role-playing games. I just want to let you guys all know I really appreciate all the help you've given and keeping me company tonight. Thank you. I've only got one thing left to say to you, and that's be intrepid and journey on, friends.